Let us know when you're ready, guys.
I'm good.
I am good as well.
I'm good.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so defense obviously started to trend up at the end of last season. How are you guys looking to build upon that?
Just keep every day. We just keep exciting on days, building upon each other with relationships wise, trying to grow with one another and just better ourselves and just playing off of one another and just getting better each day.
How much more physical has it been since you guys went in full pads than it was a year ago?
I'd say it's been a lot more physical because a lot of guys are more experienced and we all have this standard of us just being physical every day compared to last year. We just want to just better ourselves being on the field with pads on, of course, but like even like without pads, like we're like, hey, you still got to be physical, you still got to get to the ball, and that's just been the standard of getting to the ball, and yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mac told us in the spring, he said something about the soft narrative out there about the program, and he didn't dismiss it. He said instead, we have to change that. Has that been part of the message about being more physical, changing? Not so much that you're worried about narratives, but there might be an element of truth to it that you guys have to be more physical, and that's why you've had more contact, more hard stuff this month?
Yeah, like you just said, the soft narrative wasn't really something that we talked about. It was more so just every day, stack on days and be physical and get to the ball, like I said before. That's our main thing is getting to the ball. Be hard every play, don't step back any play.
If I could stay on that real quickly, one more question. You had a 75-play scrimmage on Saturday. He said the next day you guys had a hard practice, which was just sort of a different thing than before. How was that for you, going there having a hard practice the day after having a scrimmage? And do you think the guys responded well to it?
I think we did respond well because we're all trying to be disciplined and know that each day is something new. You never know what you're going to expect. So you just got to come into practice with the mindset of attacking the ball, being hard, physical, and knowing that you got to do your job regardless of what day it is. You still got to get things done.
Alright, kind of going off of that, staying on the physicality, Matt was saying yesterday you guys were getting a lot more sacks and things like that. I guess from maybe even just a mental standpoint or even a technique standpoint, what's kind of been the key in that effort to getting the quarterback?
The key for us has been relationships and knowing one another's personnel and how we play. And just playing off of each other, knowing what each other got to do with jobs-wise and play-wise. I think that's been our best thing because everyone knows, like, if he doesn't know the play, you got to let him know the play. And once you know that, you just get into the ball.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, that's our mindset, just get to the ball. And that's everyone's mindset, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. And I also wanted to ask you about Bo Atkinson. That was another name that Mac Brown brought up yesterday and said he's playing well. Just what have you kind of seen from him and what's impressive about him?
Big Bo's been doing his thing. Like, I feel like this is going to be a pretty big year for him. He has a high motor. Every day he's like, I'm getting the ball, I'm getting the ball, I'm getting the ball. And we push him to do it. So he pushes us to do it because, like, we all feed off his energy, he feeds off ours. And we just, hey, Bo's he's going to be that.
Jahvaree, in that same vein, what kind of growth have you seen from Travis?
Travis has grown a lot. I say mentally, physically, he looks good. I don't know if y'all seen him on the field, but he looks really good. He's slim, he's moving good, getting to the ball good, running faster. Like, it's just been a lot of positive things. It hasn't been anything that's going downhill for anybody. He looks good.
And how good is it to have Tamari back?
Oh, it's really good. Of course, everyone knows that. You know that for sure. Like, Tamari's he's a game changer. Travis is a game changer, Bo's a game changer. Tamari's that secret weapon that we've been missing. So I feel like he's going to do what he needs to do on the field this year.
How much more vocal has he been now that he's not doing the scout team thing? If he's more a part of things because he knows he can actually play in games this year?
He was still vocal last year, being the leader that he is. It doesn't matter like what he's doing. He's still going to lead because, like I said, he's an OG. He knows what he needs to do. He knows how to lead us and reach us. And so, like, with him coming off of last year and just being on scout team, it doesn't matter if he's on scout team or he is on scout team. Well, he's not on scout team no more, you know that. But he's going to lead regardless of whatever he's doing.
In terms of Gene and it being his second year with you guys, how has maybe his approach or your defensive scheme just been different this summer as it was to last year when you're trying to learn a whole new system?
This year, I wouldn't even say it's like a whole new system. I just feel like more guys are just locked in on knowing the playbook. And every day you'll see guys in their coach's office or in their office just looking at plays with one another, looking at plays at the hotel, looking at plays. Even in the locker room right now, you go in there right now, you just see people looking at film from today's scrimmage that we just had 10 minutes ago. So we all locked in on the playbook, and that's just been like the biggest thing with Coach Shiz is getting us like knowing to know everything, getting us to the ball, and getting us just on top of things.
And following that up, for you personally, have you maybe noticed a difference from your sophomore to leading up to your junior year?
I definitely have because I'm just like mentally, that's like been a growth for me is knowing things mentally, staying just locked in on what I need to do, focusing on the players behind me, like the young guys, making sure they're good. And for me, I feel like it's been one of the biggest things is trying to make sure everyone knows what they need to do so we can all be on one accord.
All right, in what ways have you seen Amari Campbell kind of start to establish himself? Obviously, we know what Cedric and Power do, but he's kind of coming up as that third linebacker. What have you kind of seen from him behind the scenes?
Oh, I've seen growth from Amari Campbell. I mean, he looks good. AC has just been on it. You see out there, he caught a pick third play of the scrimmage, and that just like opened everybody's eyes because I mean we all know he's special. He will be special, and it's just like he keeps showing it every day that he's going to be a special dude.
The O-line having Randy Clements now as the coach, what is different about the way that they are off the snap now as opposed to a year ago?
Talking about the O-line?
The O-line.
Oh, yeah. I feel like they're rolling off the ball. I mean, they're hitting us with different, like, play schemes every day, and we're just bettering each other physically at the line. And so, like, the O-line, I feel like they've been looking good as well. Like, compared to, like, previous years, they all just, like, look locked in to know what they need to do.
One of the things we were told about them back in the spring was that better balance. If you're better balanced, you could stay engaged longer. Have you seen them interact and stay engaged longer?
I definitely have, yeah.
Talk some about some of the younger guys that are establishing themselves, but could you just speak to Cedric and just what his continued leadership has been like for the entire defense?
I mean, it's been, like, phenomenal. Like you said, these is every day. He gets on us every day, regardless of what we're doing. If it's in the weight room, on the field, in the locker room, Ced's just being the leader that he is.
Yeah, we usually see him, at, for example, spring game on the sideline, really just yelling at you guys, getting on you guys. How would you describe his leadership style? Like, if you say mess up a play, how's he going to talk to you about that?
What he's going to do is going to come up to you, approach you, and be like, hey, look, you got to lock in on this. You got to focus on this. And he's able to reach guys one-on-one individually. And it shows, like, with other teammates, because it's like, if he's telling him, he's talking to everybody, not just one person. And we're all feeding off that, and it's making us better.
And building off of that, you talked about just everyone together at the hotel, kind of hanging out together, also, studying the playbook. Is there anybody that tends to be the person to bring people together to do that? Has it been said? Has it been other guys?
It's been multiple guys. Like, it hasn't just been one person. Ced's been doing it, Power's been doing it, Dez Evans been doing it, Samari Fox has been doing it. Even not even just at the hotel, like even here, like even on our break right now, like guys are about to go over film, look at film without the coaches, so they're able to understand from another player's perspective how this is supposed to work and how we're supposed to do certain things. So I just say like Dez, Ced, Power, Tamari, me, Miles, like we all just been locked in.
Gene said last week he's expecting Dez to have a huge year. What is different about Dez now than maybe before the injury?
Dez just has a chip on his shoulder because like he sat out a couple of games last year with his injury, but with that injury it made him stronger like mentally, and now he's just physically active out there on the field, and like it shows in practice. Like you
It's
see
just
10,
something jumps out there.
Yeah, something you see 10 on the field, if you don't block him, it's over for you.
From a defensive line perspective, especially too, when you all are as more comfortable, it seems, with the playbook, with not just what you all are doing, but what everyone around you is doing, how does that adjust how you play in the game? Are you thinking less and acting more?
I feel like for us, you just got to just go. Like, it's all about attack, attack, attack. You can't really think about anything else but go do what you got to do and go make the play. And that's how everyone is on the defense. It's like if we all think about too much, you're going to be behind. But if you know you got to get the ball, you're going to get the ball.
I think we're good.
Good. Appreciate y'all.